Okay, the purpose of this tutorial is going to be to teach you how to create the fire and smoke effects of a cauldron like you see here. This is a very basic model. I'm just going to show you how to do a very basic model. On your own, obviously, you can make the model better. There's a couple tools I used here, like a bend deformer to get the handle, things like that. That's about it. It's pretty simple. The tricky part is to figure out the smoke effects, but that's actually not too bad either. So what we're going to do in this tutorial is I'm just going to show you how to do the fire. And if you notice here, it's kind of slight, but there's a little bit of black fire here. If you notice, I'll show you how to modify the built-in Maya fire particle emitter and how to get the particles to live a bit longer. So let's get started. This is the actual Maya file. You notice not quite as pretty when it's not rendered. So let's go ahead and start a new scene. Okay, what we're going to do is just simply build a little platform you're going to emit your fire from. So something like that. It's plenty. Hit 5 on your keyboard to fill it in. W for your move tool. And go ahead and bring that up. Okay? It's very easy to make fire. Just make sure you go to your Dynamics menu and you go to Effects, Create Fire. I'm just going to go to this right here and increase our frames to 100. Okay, and I'm going to hit play. Okay, you'll notice that it is fast, but you want to make sure you go to play every frame and play back by 1. Don't play back by 2. Okay. Okay. If I render this now, you know, that looks pretty good right there. You probably don't even have to add a whole lot to it. It's not living that long. If you'll notice, it's not living that long. And there's no smoke at the top. If I just throw a big sphere around this whole thing, this will help you see the smoke here. Okay. And I render it. Okay, you'll notice there's no smoke at the top. So we're going to go ahead and build some smoke. So click on your fire and hit Control A to go to your attribute editor, or just click right here, whichever one. And you want to go to where it says Particle Cloud 2. Now all these things, life color, life transparency, life incandescence, they control how the particle looks, how the fire looks. The first thing we're going to do is actually make it live a little bit longer. So what we want to do, this part's a little tricky. You want to go to where you're, where you see, let's go back here, particle, shape 1, scroll down here, and you're going to get to where it says lifespan. Let's just take a look right now. So it's getting to about, you know, right there. Right click on the lifespan and just go to create expression. Okay, there's this big expression down here. It's creating basically a variable that's controlling the lifespan per particle. What we're going to do is we're just going to multiply this whole expression by 3. Okay? And just make sure you click edit. I'm not going to explain what that all does, but just know that if you multiply it by 3, wow, this is living much longer now. It's a little bit too long actually, so let's go ahead and fix that. So instead of making it live by 3, let's try 2 and click edit. That's better. Okay, so now our particles live a little bit longer. This is good. So our fire is a little bit longer. And if if we have a cauldron up here, it'll reach the top. What we don't have now is the black smoke, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. I just want you to go ahead and create a light real quick. Just create a spotlight. Hit 7 and go to panels, look through selected. Okay, it's kind of hard to see what's going on here. Zoom out. This is good. Okay, just aim one right on our fire here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to cone angle and we're just going to increase it. And we're going to go to drop off and we're going to put in about 50. That's good. Okay. Now we're just going to go to right here. And that'll turn my light off. So there's my light. Let's go ahead and give this a render. Make sure it's not too dark. It's pretty good. And I'm going to go to create lights. And I'm just going to throw in a directional light. The way this works is I'm going to make it real big. Size doesn't matter on this one. Okay, this is about 3 o'clock. If I were to bring it down, it'll be more like noon. It's like opposite of a clock, sort of. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Getting some weird effects here. Okay, let's go ahead and render it. That's good. It's pretty bright now. That'll work. You could always kind of tweak the direction a little bit if you want a little bit darker. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make the black smoke at the top. So click these, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to life color. And you'll notice we have this really nice ramp. We're just going to bring this down. We're going to bring this down, and we're going to click up here and make a new color. Click the circle, go to here, and make this thing black. You could actually make it kind of a charcoal gray. Accept. Alright. If you want, you could go here and maybe make this a slightly lighter gray. Don't know how that'll look. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play this. It's not bad. We're getting a little bit of the effect. If you make this black, you'll probably get a more dramatic effect. Let's see. Oops. Let's make this black. Actually, let's just get rid of this. Let's bring this down. Alright. Okay, let's render it again. It's going to be a little hard to see when it's not being animated, but it's a little hard to see. I'm actually going to make this, just for now, just so we can see it, I'm going to lighten the color up a little. Yeah, you could see it. It's getting black, but it's just not light enough. So I'm actually going to create lights. I'm just for the sake of this project, just so we see where our colors are right. We could set up our lights properly later. I'm just going to throw in an ambient light here. Let's see what that looks like. Way too bright. Okay, it's working. It's just very bright. So I'm actually going to get rid of this ambient light. Sorry about that. Okay, you see how it's black up here? We have what we want. We've set it up. So you just basically have to get the lighting right on the smoke to get it to look the way you want. There's a couple other tweaks we could do. Alright, so if we go ahead and do this, we'll notice that it's dark. Again, this is what I did. I just basically went on here. I went to clicked on my fire. I went to my particle cloud 2. If you don't see it, you might have to click these arrows. And I just went to my life color, and I clicked this little thing here, and I made this area black. The further you bring this down, the more smoke you'll have at the top of your thing. So if we play it now, if we render it, you'll notice that it's it's a little bit longer. Okay, there's a few other things you could tweak. We could go to your life incandescence. This is actually pretty good. We don't want to touch that. Again, this is pretty good. You don't want to mess around with the transparency because you want, I guess you could sort of go here and make it kind of gray right there. But you don't want to make it too dark. See? That's what's going to happen when you make it too dark. Maybe right there. Let's see how that looks. Not bad. It's not bad. You'll have to kind of play around with those values a little to get the smoke you're looking for. Okay, that looks pretty good. It'll look better if you batch render it, and you'll see it actually working. But that's about all you do. For the blob map, You could change these colors a little bit if you want. We could go in here and you could make these a little redder. Go on this one. Just make this a little bit lighter, just a bit. So if you render it now, you know, your fire looks a little bit different. That's all. It's pretty simple actually. That's all you do. I'm going to stop this tutorial now, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make this fire collide with another figure and how to do some smoke, and that'll be that.